Rap Radio. Raw and uncut.
Cubo, and welcome to Chicano Rap Radio. I'm your homie Snipes holding it down, and today we have the one and only Jalisco joining us for an interview. So without further ado, let's welcome the homeboy to the show. What's up, G? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you on the show. I've been trying to find some talent from up north, and you're definitely one of the standouts. Tell us a little bit more about who Jalisco is and how you got your name.
Man, just a motherfucker from North Sacramento. My name, I got it. Chito got a lot to do with it because one time when we first met, we were riding around and he was trying to get me to get into the music because when I met him, I wasn't doing music. And we both had this thing for dogs, man. I grew up loving dogs, and there's a dog that I like from back in the day named Jalisco. And he had brought it up, and it's where I'm from. Really, I was born in Jalisco, so you know what I mean. It kind of came in together, and we mixed it up, and Jalisco, it just stuck to me. You know what I'm saying? He started saying it in his music, and it just highly. I mean, he just started calling me, and that's really where it came from.
So it was a perfect fit for you. One, because of the dog that you like, and two, because you're actually from Jalisco.
Yeah. So a lot of people think it's just because I'm born out there, but they don't really know that it came from because I grew up loving the bullies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was one back in the day that was his name. So that's really where we got it from. You know what I mean?
That's right. And I don't imagine, and I imagine he was a beast. You know, I mean, obviously he wouldn't have
Oh
he wasn't a badass.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So you grew up with Chito?
Nah. I met him probably I say 4 years ago.
How'd you guys link up?
He was already friends with a couple of my homies, but I never really knew him like that. And one time, I used to fuck around with the music, but it was never serious. And it was around the time I think he got signed. It was around that time he got signed, and one of my boys linked us up, man. We hit the studio, we did a song, and then ever since that day, he you know what I mean, we clicked up, you know what I mean? Cool people. That's right. And that's just how it started. We started in the studio, we started knocking shit out, and it just meant to be type shit, you know what I mean?
And have you always rapped in Spanglish? Because a lot of your music is back and forth in English and Spanish.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was always like that because before I met him, I did have like 2 songs. I had 2 songs already, and I think that's why we kind of clicked up. You know what I mean? And it's I seen he was doing it too, and that's one of the things we kind of how do you say, had in common. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I wouldn't say I did it for long, but now I'm perfecting it. You know what I mean?
Well, it seems to me like in regards to Jalisco and your brand, you're very proud of your heritage and
Right.
your culture. Tell me what it was like growing up in you said Northside Sacramento?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about growing up in Sacktown.
Well, I've been here technically ever since we got here. You know what I mean? When I was 5 years old, went to school there. You know what I mean? It was, and it's like any other hood. You know what I mean? I grew up around all that stuff. I'd say probably like when I was a little bit older, I started getting into more deeper stuff in there. But it was just more like a regular life. You know what I mean? Nothing special.
And being close to the Bay Area, and definitely Sacktown has its own culture. But tell me about like some of the influences in regards to the music that you had growing up.
The music, honestly, a lot. It was a lot of people from the Bay. I like listening to a lot of like Filthy Rich. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A couple other artists from out there, but I think the Bay has a big impact. You know what I mean? For sure.
And you and Chito, I feel like right now are representing Sacktown or Northern Cali, real strong when
Right.
when it comes to the music. Do you feel like him, whatever's going on with him right now, has that slowed the growth of you as an artist, or the record label in regards to what you guys were doing?
I would say kind of, but not really. I feel like what really slowed us down was this Corona shit, man. To be real, because I had a couple shows booked while he was already locked up, but this whole Corona, you know how it went south.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, if he was out here, we definitely been working a lot more. You know what I'm saying? But as far as that, I try to keep it pushing, while
Yeah,
he's
and
locked down.
right, and I see you're holding it down, and I don't know what's really going on with this case. Hopefully, whatever's going on, it settles, it settles down or resolves itself fast because it seems you guys make a good team together. I mean,
Right, right.
individually you can stand on your own, but you guys seem like you guys work really well together.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
and you give him shout outs every now and then. I mean, you tell
Oh
him
yeah,
keep it
always,
going.
man. Like that's he brought me in. You know what I mean? Like before all this, man, I wasn't into music like that. I was always doing my own stuff. So I appreciate him now because he put me in a spot to where I ain't got to be doing what I was doing back in the day. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I could focus to the music and just work my way up type shit. You know what I mean?
So as the economy opens back up, I mean, are you looking to start booking more shows? And if so, what kind of
Oh
area?
yeah.
What area are you going to focus on?
Um, man, I like LA. I feel like LA, Los Angeles, fuck with us a lot. LA, we've been working we in the works of talking to this record label too. We're working, you know what I mean? But I feel like LA is one of the biggest area that supports us the most. LA and Texas.
LA and Texas.
In
Okay.
Texas, yeah, yeah. And
Well,
surprisingly the UK too. I was looking through my music charts and that those are one of the three. You know what I mean?
UK fucks with you, huh?
UK is crazy because I was looking at it and I was like, you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't expect the UK. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of mind blowing.
Well, and as an artist, I think the number one focus on your mind is first the music. You're just gonna do music that you love, and you just put it out there,
Oh
and then you
yeah,
sit back and you
you
analyze.
do.
Okay,
You do what you love, and then people relate, and that's how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, no matter where you're from, if you relate to it, you're gonna relate. So I just try to stay in my lane and do me. So it's been working out. You know what I mean?
so how long have you been doing music professionally? Like, do you remember when was your first album or your first song
Uh
that you recorded professionally?
yeah, that was I would say like 2 years ago. The first song I really was putting my time into it and thought was the one I did with Chito, which it was called Don't Fold. And I believe
Don't Fold.
we did it about 2 years ago.
Okay. So you've been doing music for, you said, 2 years, and it seems to me like you've had a pretty fast climb in regards to your
Yeah.
fans and everything else. What do you attribute to that? Why do you think that is?
Uh I don't know, man. I feel like people fucked with it, you know what I mean? Like I would say Chito brought up a lot of people too, but it didn't really stick to them, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's what kept me pushing, to be real. I was seeing him do music with other artists and they weren't really doing as well. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's kind of what made me think like, you know what, I probably got something in it because I'm dropping shit and they liking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you have a really good flow, and the way you write your lyrics is definitely advanced. And I'm surprised that you say you've been doing it for 2 years because your songwriting skills are really on point. And with the fans supporting you, I think that's validation that
But yeah,
whatever you're
that's
doing, you're
motivation.
doing it right.
That's
That's
motivation. You
motivation.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, growing up, were you into writing or reading or anything? Because you have a real nice way with the words.
I really did. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I hated all that school stuff. Like, I
Don't
didn't
we
like
all?
it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I was into to none of that stuff like that. You know what I mean? But recently it's been something I've been on it. You know.
Well, do you write like just lyrics without the beat, or do you have to write to the beat?
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be driving and I'll be like, something comes up to my head and I'll just like write it down and sometimes to the beat. You know what I mean? Like both. I'll do both. But I
Hmm.
always write. I never do that freestyle. I'm
Yeah.
more of a writer, and I'm gonna be real with you. I like taking my time with stuff too. I don't like to quick write. So sometimes I'll have a song for a couple weeks and it's not finished.
Yeah.
And then you get what I'm saying? I like to do it right.
You got to perfect it, right? I mean,
Yeah. You
we
got
can't
to.
all be Jay-Z. We can't all just step in
Yeah,
and take that
hey,
shit.
there's people that like to hop in there and just boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
I like to sound good. You know what I mean? I like to take my time.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And how would you describe like your sound? If someone, told you, tell me a little bit more about the kind of music that you make, how would you describe that?
Man, it's kind of a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? A little bit of everything, some get money shit, some motivation shit. I've been trying to work on some love music. I don't know if
Okay.
that's what you want to call it, but
Yeah. Something
something
for
for
the
the girls. You
ladies.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something for
Yeah.
the girls, because I feel like I've been too focused on something else, and I'm just trying to hit every spot. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's good. And do you have a management in place, or do you just kind of make the decisions
Uh,
yourself when it comes to deals?
yeah, it's kind of I have a management, but though he kind of plays his part more like in the bigger like shows or like for example, we're talking to this record label right now. He's kind of doing his thing, but as far as like music videos or dropping, everything is on me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I
You
like to
come up
take it
with
in
the
my own
concept
pace.
for the videos?
Yeah. Everything is independent type. You know what I mean? Like videos, everything. I do work with my bro CJ, CMB Productions, and he does give me some help me with my vision. You know what I mean? He kind of puts things together.
That's
But
right. Well, I just want to give you props, for the 2 years that you've been doing music. You've won over a lot of people. You have a lot of fans, and I want to get a little bit more into the music. But let's take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. You're
yes,
listening
sir.
to Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.
Hit us up at 805-395-6595 for your special requests, dedications, and shout-outs. Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.
Welcome back to Chicano Rap Radio. We're chopping it up with Jalisco, representing out of Sacktown.
Yes,
We've been
sir.
talking about how he got into the music, how his homie Chito kind of nudged him a little bit to get into the music, and for the last 2 years he's been focusing on the music and has been doing a really good job of kind of climbing in regards to gaining fans overseas. And so I gave you props because I think 2 years is not a really long time. Some artists out there have been doing the music thing for many, many years and having climbed as fast as you have. Let's talk a little bit more about the music that you've put out. Which of your songs, I mean, you have, Levels, La Mafia, Un Soldado, you have a lot of songs out. Which one do you think has like done the most for you in regards to putting you on with on a bigger level?
I want to say my first album, the Cartel Talk.
Okay.
I think that's the one that really got me in motion. You get what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I would say the first album.
Which songs from that album do you like the most?
It's crazy because the ones I like the most is aren't the ones that hit. You know what I mean? Like people felt
Okay.
other ones, but that album definitely is the one that pushed me out. People related to that one more. You know what I mean?
And I want to touch on the fact that and this is important for me, to get your take on it. Now there's some older older artists who feel that young Chicanos should not be using the N word, whether it's in their vocabulary or in their music. And in when you listen to your music, I mean, you're one of those people that uses the N word. What do you say to an older artist who says that you shouldn't be doing that because it's not representative of your culture?
Um, I would say I always respect everybody's way of thinking. You know what I mean? But they didn't grow up where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? They weren't around the people I was. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like most of the people that hate on that or have something to say about that is more like older generation people down south. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
I'm not hating on them not saying that. You know, it's just the way you grow up. You know what I mean? Like it's just the way it is. You get what I'm saying? But
Do
I'm
you
gonna never
think that
stop.
makes you Right. And do you think that makes you like less, Chicano, or ashamed of your culture?
No, no, it's just a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that even do corridos and say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like corridos are a lot deeper in the roots than rap is. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just the way we grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it ain't we don't say it in no racial way or none of that. It's just way we growing up. You know what I'm saying?
And you mean it in the way like, that that's your homie, that's your
It's
dog,
like
that
a it's like a
that's your
slang
boy.
that you know what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. It's nothing in particular. It's just like a bro type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but yeah, man, I do get a lot of backlash on that. But I mean, it is
You're
what it
not gonna
is. You know what
change.
I'm
You're
saying?
gonna keep doing it. That's
Hey,
right.
man, if I cared what people thought about me, man, I wouldn't be where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I I'm just me. You know, and I feel like we have a different sound. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have people in LA like tap in for verses. Like they want that sound because it's like it's different. It's different. You get what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
being a Mexican, like they're not used to that. It's just something different. We bringing something different to the rap game. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
And
but
and and
yeah,
I think you were the perfect person to answer that question, because I mean, your station name is Jalisco, and you go on your Instagram, and you're proud of having your Mexican heritage, and not to
oh yeah,
mention, I mean, your songs are English and Spanish. You're not
yeah,
ashamed of speaking Spanish. So I mean, I could see how how why that wouldn't bother you, because you're still you at the end of the day, and you're not ashamed of, for people that say that it's because you don't accept your culture, it doesn't apply to
nah,
you.
nah, because I mean I'm Mexican before anything else. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just I would say just a lingo,
Yeah.
a
and
lingo.
and I also wanted to get the background story on one of the lyrics, some of the lyrics that you have in your song, Loyalty. You talked about getting deported twice. Is that a did that really happen?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things. I'm working on a case right now, so I kind of want to, you
Okay,
know what I
okay.
mean?
So
But
so so we won't speak on that, but I was just curious,
because you know
what was the
why
backstory
why I
behind
don't
that?
want to speak on it when I got raided, the cop he kept bringing up those lyrics.
Oh shit. So
Yeah. So I was like, you know what, like these guys are listening, and I'm just not sure if I should speak on it just yet. But
right. So they're watching.
they're bro. He was telling me my lyrics, bro. He's like, oh, so you got deported twice? What the? It's crazy. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
watching, but
They're watching and listening.
oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, that I just don't want to speak on that for now. But
Okay, well, I mean,
I
we,
don't
we
mind
don't
speaking about anything else. But yeah, that
okay. We don't want you to jeopardize anything in regards to, with your case or anything that's going on, because
yeah,
we want to make sure that your this platform is meant to empower and not, get you caught up. So,
yeah.
we'll move on from that.
I
But
appreciate that. Yeah.
I want to I also want to talk about your most recent single, Patron. Tell me a
hmm
little bit more about that. What's the concept behind that single?
Patron, man. It was just another song, just another song. I got a lot of songs that I just drop. I was working with So here's the thing, Cholo, which is on that song,
Hmm.
he used to rap back in the day, and that's kind of who brought me in. But back in the day, we weren't really serious, you know what I mean? So now that we were on a bigger platform, I wanted to bring him on, spit some shit. You get what I'm saying?
That's
He's
right.
also big on that culture shit. That's why I was trying to bring him in. Just kind of what you were talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that real shit. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to explain that. It's more of a Mexican shit. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but um, but yeah, man, Patron it's doing numbers too. Honestly, it's always the songs that you don't expect to hit
Right.
that hit the
That
most. You
hit.
know what I'm saying? Like it's weird, man. But yeah, it's doing good right now.
Well, I think the important thing is just to make the music and then put it out there and let
I
people
I
decide.
do that's what I do. But there be those times you're in the studio and you're like, man, this the one. this
Yeah.
the one, you know what I mean? And then you drop it, it does good, but
It's
I've seen different
fun.
interviews where people feel the same way, and I thought
Yeah.
it was just me. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but it just be like that.
Yeah, and you have to let the fans decide, and I think that's why it's important to experiment with your music, because sometimes you might uh, maybe be having second thoughts about it or doubting it, but you got to keep growing and evolving as an artist, and so that means experimenting, and sometimes
Right,
that
right.
means doing things that other people aren't doing, and just put it out there and let the fans tell you,
Yeah.
if you got it right, or if you should change it, or whatever. You got to let the fans talk to you.
Yes, that's how I feel. Exactly. I do see it as an experiment because I do drop certain songs and I peep everything, you get what I'm saying? Because I wanna keep dropping shit that my fans like. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So I peep game on what does hit for me, and that Spanglish shit been hitting for me. So it's something I like putting in there, you know what I mean?
Now, do you think I mean, you said you have fans in the UK, and I don't imagine they're all Mexican. Um, do you think you have other fans who maybe aren't Mexican and are still enjoying your music because you do the Spanglish?
Yes, yes. I think so. I'll be in the hood, man, and I got African Americans telling me, you know what I mean, stopping me. Like, I always think it's funny because they'll see me, they'll be like, "Oh, you Jalisco?" Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
some
right.
people call me Jalisco, you know what I mean, just because I know how to
Jalisco.
pronounce it.
Right, right.
But there's definitely other races that been showing love, you know.
That's right. That's solid. And I think music is, there's no boundaries. I mean, there's people that listen to Vicente Fernandez and don't speak a lick of Spanish, but you can feel the music, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
enough
you're
for them,
right, you're right. Hey, I done heard some UK trap songs.
Hmm.
It's like, and you know what I mean, but you feel it because it's like, I don't know if you ever seen them, but they're doing that whole trap movement, and
Yeah.
it's like anything else, man. You hear the music and you can feel it, you know.
Yeah, it's a big movement, and I see it, in a lot of different countries. And right now, with the digital distribution, your music can be picked up, or really grow at other places that you didn't think.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
I've
so,
I've I've noticed that for
yeah,
sure.
aside from the UK, what are some of the other countries that you've seen your music is being played at?
There's been a couple, you know what I mean? It's just that the UK is really the one that mostly constantly is watching, you know what I mean? But there's like other little countries that here and there, you get what I'm saying? But I think constantly it's just the US, Mexico, and like UK.
Are you do you have any plans to work with any artists outside of the country, and in other places, or have you been hit up by artists overseas?
I haven't been hit up overseas, but I mean in the future, yeah, I'd be down to work with dope people, you know what I mean?
Okay, that's right. All right. Well, you know what? Let's take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Chicano
Sure.
Rap Radio, raw and uncut.
Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.
Welcome back to Chicano Rap Radio. We're chopping it up with Jalisco. We've been talking about the music. We've been talking about some of the things that have happened outside of the studio, and those one of the things that I actually want to get a little bit more information on. You mentioned the raid. Tell me a little bit more about that raid. What happened during that raid, and what became of it.
Man, that raid, it untraveled. You know, it traveled. They had hit Chito. He had gone down for. They were looking for guns. You know what I mean? So they busted him. He went down. The when he went down, I kept pushing my shit. You know, as far as the music. So I feel like the cops kind of focused more on me. They started looking into it, and they had found some messages on social media. So if you're out there doing stuff, man, don't be on Instagram. Don't be doing none of that.
Right, right.
They had screenshots, man, messages and everything. They basically knew everything I had. They were just waiting for that one moment. And one time I slipped up, man, and there was a video, I believe, and there was a AK was in the video, and so they hit me. He's like, the cop told me, he's like, man, to be real with you, when I seen that video of you posting that gun, I knew you had everything, and we hit your house. And and it was bad, you know what I mean? But I feel like it was a blessing too, because after that, it kind of motivated me to stick onto one thing, and it was the music. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a weed grow. I love growing weed. That's one of my main things to do. All that, you know what I mean? I got charged for all that. And it put me on the path. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm getting legit money. Everything, I left everything in the past. It just opened up better things for me. You get what I'm saying? So it was a
Yeah.
curse, but it was a blessing at the end. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right. And
But
I like. Oh, my bad. Finish your thought.
no, you good, you good.
I was just gonna say I like how you pointed that out, because I think everything that happens to us in life, it's a matter of perspective. You can look at it in one way or
Yeah,
another way. And you said, it was a curse, but it was also a blessing. It was a curse because you got hit, with charges and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's also a blessing because it allowed you to laser focus on what's important in your life right now, which is the
for
music,
sure.
which is something that you're good at. Now, in sticking on the subject of the music, how is it that you focus more into the music? What have you done different versus before that you think now you're more focused on just your music career?
I'm gonna be real, man. I started seeing income coming in. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why a lot of people get caught in what they're doing because of money. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go do this because I need some money. You know what I mean? I need money so I could put into the video. I need money so I could do the studio. And like I started seeing that the music started funding itself. So I kept pushing to where the music can fund me and pay my bills. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's always something I wanted in life. It was making legit money. You get what I'm saying? Like we can all go out there and slang this and slang that, but it's a little harder to get that legit stuff, you know?
Right. And
Um
it's always a bonus if you can do it with something that you love and that you're good at,
oh
with
yeah.
music.
That's what it was. You get what I'm saying? Like growing up, I was always into breeding dogs. You know, what I mean, bullies was my thing. So I don't know if you noticed, but my second album is called Dog Money.
Right.
Um, I still have dogs. You know, what I mean, I still keep my dogs, and I like to make. I noticed a lot of people are starting to breed dogs now. I see a lot of
Yeah.
rappers putting bullies in there,
Yeah.
and it's something I wanted to put out there. You know, what I mean, like I like seeing that because people peep game. You know what I'm saying, and then that's how stuff grows. But yeah, music and dogs was that's why I mixed both. You know what I mean? My both
Yeah.
passions right there.
And are
Doing
you still
both.
doing the breeding? Do you still have a kennel?
Yeah, as far as that, you know, when I got hit, I used to stay at my mom's house. When after I got hit, I was getting harassed too much, so I decided to move up out of there. So I had to get rid of a lot of my dogs, but I'm slowly getting back to it. You know what I mean? Slowly getting back to it.
And I know you just recently put out a single, but is there any plans for an album? Are you going to release an album anytime
Yes,
soon?
I got an album. I don't have an exact date, but I'll be dropping it around. I was hoping to drop around my birthday, July, so in summer.
Okay.
Um, it's called La Mafia Paga.
La
So it's
Mafia
gonna
Paga.
be it's gonna be some Spanglish. It's like it's I'm trying to stick to those roots. You get what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the name of it. I do have a song dropping next week, and that's
Okay. That's
I
going
got
to
a
be
song
on
with
that album?
no, I'm gonna drop it as a single, and then
Okay.
my album is gonna be a whole different thing in the
Okay.
summer.
Tell me
I
a little
got
bit more about the album. What, like, do you have any features or do you have any songs already recorded for the album?
as far I do have a couple songs. I need three more songs to finish the album. But as far as features, I don't have any features yet.
Okay.
Um, I do have a feature on the single I'm dropping next week though.
Okay. Okay. What's the name of the single and who are you featuring?
The single's called Big Scope, featuring Trouble Kid.
Big Scope featuring Turtle Kid. Okay,
Yes,
that's gonna
sir.
be a heater. That's gonna be a
Oh
banger for
yeah,
sure.
As a matter of fact, that's gonna be one of them Spanglish songs too that would have fit perfect on the album. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to give the fans something before they go on a pause. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanna wait so I can make everything right, and then I could drop the album. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And do you have a music video to that, or are you just dropping the single
I'm gonna
to
just
the
drop the
platforms?
single. I'm gonna drop the
Okay.
single because man, Trouble Kid's been waiting on me, but I've been lagging, man. It's been, you know what I mean? But we'll be making some videos soon for
That's right.
sure.
That's right. Well, we're definitely going to keep an eye out, for that single, and we look forward to the album once you drop it in summer. I think you have a bright future. You're doing your thing, and definitely keep doing it. Don't change nothing up because it's been working for you,
Hell
and
yeah.
we'll definitely have you back in the future. Kind of get a little update on what's been going on in your life. We appreciate you joining us. Any last words for the fans?
Man, I just want to say special shout out to all my fans, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody showing me love, you know what I mean? Everybody out LA, Sacramento, Reno, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Thank you.
UK.
Thank you too, man. Thank you too for having me on here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's right. Like I've mentioned before, we always try to put on young talent, young blood, and people that are on the rise, and you're definitely one of those. So we
Appreciate that.
we're honored that you're here, and we support the movement, and we look forward to, like I said, your single with Trouble Kid. Make sure you check
Yes,
it out.
sir.
It's dropping next week, and make sure you stay
On
posted
Wednesday.
on
On
Wednesday.
Wednesday next week. Yes, sir.
Wednesday the 24th, March
Yes,
24th.
sir.
Make sure you stay posted, and also stay tuned for his album that he's still perfecting. He's still trying to master it. He's still trying to get it just right, but it's going to drop sometime in summer, and it's going to be another banger. So, thank you for joining us. You're listening to Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.
Chicano Rap Radio, raw and uncut.